Hey guys, Will Terry here, and it has been a long time again. There's been another gap in my video production process, and my big excuse is we've been really working hard on our new website, which I'm looking at right now, and this is brand new SVS 2.0, you could call it. We have completely redone our whole school, and I thought I'd share it with you really quick. I won't take a lot of time on this, but the community aspect of this is amazing. I'm just going to show you here. When you dig in here, these are all the people that are coming in and introducing themselves. And the this was what we were missing before was community events, videos, hangouts, critiques. All that stuff is happening inside of our site instead of piecing it all together from different places. So we're getting people that are sharing their homework, they're sharing whatever they're working on in here. And anyway, it's just been amazing. But that has come at a cost, and I haven't been able to talk to you much about my Christmas game, Wicked Christmas, which the Kickstarter is by now over. Which you probably, if you've been following me, you already know this, and you know that we raised $73,000, which isn't too shabby. However, compared to how much we spent on advertising and how much we should have brought in, it's a small fraction. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about updates. I'm going to share with you things that we've made because we're getting ready to ship out. Probably early to mid March is when we're going to be starting to ship these little games with all the goodies. So yeah, let's just dive into it. So what happened? I think the last video that I made on this was we were somewhere in the $40,000 range. And what we really learned was, and this is going to seem obvious, Captain Obvious stuff, but basically, if you're going to launch a seasonal game, you kind of need to already have it. So that doesn't really work with Kickstarter, where you collect the funds and then you go and make the product and then you deliver it later on. And so the problem was we launched this in October and then we collected the funds before Christmas, but a lot of people thought they were going to get it for Christmas. And why wouldn't they? We were going to launch it in March so that we could get it printed and delivered before Christmas, but we couldn't do that because who cares about Christmas in March, right? So we waited till October to get eyes on it, and we chose the challenge of telling people, "Hey, guess what? We don't have it for this year, but you can play it any time of the year, and you'll definitely have it for next season." So, my estimate is we would have been in the $300,000 to $400,000 range on our Kickstarter. We spent about $40,000 on ads. So right now we're still in the hole. Now the $73,000, and I can share this in another video, our spreadsheet on expenses and everything. But basically, we're after having paid for the Kickstarter fees, me paying for help for basically wages and stuff like that on the help that I received, and paying for all the product, paying for basically just every expense. And I'm not thinking of everything right now, but like just getting everything ready to ship out, packaging, boxes, everything. It looks like out of the $73,000, we'll have about $15,000 to $20,000 left over. And that also includes, we sold, you can see right here, we sold to 1,780 backers, so almost 1,800 backers, but a lot of them bought the 3-pack down here, right here. So a lot of them bought this bundle, and when we add up all the numbers, we're somewhere around 2,000, give or take, roughly 2,000 games that we sold. But we printed 14,000, so we sold 2,000. We printed an extra 12,000 games. That's how confident we are. We had 18,000 people sign up to buy this game with their email. And over 2,000 of them paid the dollar reservation. And if you want to understand that, you're going to have to go back in the series and watch the other videos because we go into that in depth. But anyway, so we got 12,000 games. They're on the way right now. We should be getting them sometime in February. And we're going to be able to sell those later on. So we really do think that we'll be able to recoup all the money. We're probably upside down $20,000 to $25,000 right now, which seems like a lot, but we're going to make it next year, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. And so there's a lot of stuff to show you, so maybe I'll just dive into that next. This is our sticker pack right here, and the sticker pack has just basically a card that we printed up in there that has a QR code on it to our website that isn't live yet, but that will be. And also it's a little bit of a backing for 7 stickers. So that was one of the upgrades. The next upgrade on our list was greeting cards. And so Anthony, being a graphic designer, just did an amazing job on these cards. And there's 11 of them. There's different sets, and they have different sayings on them and stuff. And then, like, if you go in and look at the backs of these, he just did a great job. Again, a QR code. So these are also a marketing item that'll take, if someone gets this, if someone gives this card and they wonder about it, like what is Wonky Greetings, and they scan the QR, it'll take them to our website and they can buy a game, so we just have that kind of a thing going on as one of the add-ons, and that comes with envelopes. And then the third thing that we got printed up were these ceramic, and you can kind of hear that, ceramic ornaments. And there's 12 of these in the set. And if anybody wants one, we do have about 10 extra sets. So anybody that might perhaps want one of these, and I'll just kind of show you here. All the main characters are included in that. And I'm going to drop these. I better not do that anymore. Anyway, so that's the ornament set, and of course the game. Now this is the prototype box. This isn't the final game because we changed the graphics, but it's basically it's the same box and everything, and the graphics have just changed a little bit. So this is basically it, and that is what we're going to be shipping out. So there you go. So we're going to be sending all that stuff out. We're sending out a survey in using Pledge Manager. If anybody's like following this and trying to follow along, we got really good reviews on using Pledge Manager, which is actually a company that was started by KickTrack, which if you've ever seen the stats for a Kickstarter, if you go to kicktrack.com, and it's KICKTRAQ for track, TRAQ, kicktrack.com. You can look at the stats for any Kickstarter that go well beyond the back office of what Kickstarter allows you to see. That company started a company called Pledge Manager. They what they do is they send out, they download your list from Kickstarter, and then they send out a survey to collect the shipping information, to collect the shipping costs, to send out the package, and also they offer upsell products. So the cards, the stickers, the ornaments, and extra games and things like that will be offered, so that if somebody is like, I'm getting my game now, I want to add on an extra one, there's a discount for throwing on an extra game or two if people want to do that. So that's what they do. And then they take a percentage of those upsell sales. So we're doing that. Now, the last thing that I wanted to update you guys on is and another thing is we're going to be sending these out ourselves. So we're going to be enlisting family and friends to kind of come over and have a pizza party and stuff boxes, because we didn't sell enough to where we had to go out and hire a third-party shipper. With doing 1,800 packages, it is a lot. It's a ton, but it's doable, I feel like. after shipping things on my own with Pickleball Paul. I felt like it was totally doable, so we're going to do it ourselves. If we had sold, let's say, 3,000 or more, I think I would have just farmed it out. But we want to hang on to that money, and we're just going to take some evenings and well, it'll take more than a few evenings, but we're just going to knock it out and do it ourselves, and then just take it to the post office. The the next thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is, or the last thing to update you with on this one is, I wanted to show you my list because one of what we're planning to do next Christmas, and so we're gearing up for this, right? So this is like, it's kind of nice to have all this time, even though we're not making any money right now. In fact, you could say we took 20 grand and threw it in the toilet. In a way, you could think of it that way. We will have it represented in product, sitting in a storage locker. But we want to sell on Facebook next year. We're going to sell to that email list that we already have. So we're going to email people to sell. We're going to run Facebook ads again. We're going to put it on Amazon, and we're going to fill out what do you call it? Applications for retail stores such as like Spencer Gifts and Target and some of the bigger box stores. There's some toy store chains like KB and Go ! There's some general store chains and stuff like that. They all have applications. You have to have your game first, and you send that in, and then there's people there that will review it. I don't know if we can get into what's it called, Cracker Barrel, but I think that it could actually do really well there. Now, it is a seasonal game, so whether people want to buy it and stock it prior to Christmas or not, I don't know. We're going to find out. But what I have here on a spreadsheet is I have Christmas stores, and these are Christmas year-round stores. And I actually have, let me scroll down here. I have found 194 of them all over the U.S., okay? And the way that I found that was I would just type in, let's get a browser here, like year-round Christmas stores and then a state. So I've got Vermont in here. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, so here's a list right here, places, and you can hit more places. And so let's say I go to Country Christmas Loft, and I hit that. I can actually view, and I would go in and like see what's in the store. This took a long time, by the way. So those of you who are looking to do this, if it was mostly a decor store, often I wouldn't send it in there. But if it had other novelties, I would put it on the list. And then all you really have to do is go down to the address right here and just add it, right? Oops, right there. So I would just add the address, the name, and we plan on sending them a postcard. We haven't designed the postcard yet, but the postcard it'll be an oversized postcard, and it will basically say, it'll introduce the game, and it'll basically say, if you want a free copy, just email us at this email address, and it'll have a QR code to go to the website. They can check it out there. They could email us from there or fill in the opt-in there, or they can just email us and say, yeah, I want a free game, and give us their address, and we'll just send them out a free game. And the games are going to cost us, like this game with just everything out the door with customs and everything is right around $2. So this is going to cost us $2 to send it out, plus probably $6 or maybe $10 shipping, depending on where it's going into the United States. And so $10. Let's say it's $10 to send one out, and our minimum order will be like 10 games, right? So 10 games, but our wholesale price, our retail price will be $25. Our wholesale price will probably be about $12. So we send them $10 worth of value, and if they order 10 games at $12, it's $120. So if just one person from that email, well, the mailer is going to cost us about $1,000 to send to, and I didn't show you, but I've got like 1,000 people on this list. So there's Christmas stores, I've got toy stores, and I have a lot more toy stores on here. And I was also really picky about the kinds of toy stores. There's almost 500 of those. Game stores, I was also really picky. I was looking for more like family game stores rather than the game stores where, you know, the the Mountain Dew crew is kind of in there playing games, and the body odor level's pretty high. And then gift shops. And so gift shops, there's a bunch of those. And these gift shops were ones that I also spent a lot of time looking after, making sure that they, when I looked in the pictures, that they were, a lot of them had like Christmas items in there. You could tell that they were decorating for seasonal. So they're like changing their stuff around. Cause like if you're the other thing I looked for was shopping areas where people, looked like they were shopping for Christmas, where there's a lot of foot traffic, not like a gift shop off by itself somewhere, but a gift shop in a touristy area. Maybe it's a ski resort area. Maybe it's a popular place that people visit during the Christmas season. And so I was really picky about that, because gift shops, like I've got 163 on the list. I mean, I could have had thousands of gift shops, but I really looked for ones that looked like they were in popular foot traffic areas for Christmas time. So if we get like probably like 10 people to order wholesale, we'll pay for the mailing. The time that it took to make this mailing list was substantial. And what I would do, and this is something that I've taught myself, and I think it's a good lesson for anybody who has a big task in front of them. Eat it like you'd eat an elephant. You know, carve off a few pieces a day for a year, and pretty soon you'll be able to, you know, metaphorically eat an elephant, right? Like what I did was I said, I have to put 10 of these on my list every day until I'm done. Now, I didn't know I was going to get to 1,000. I was hoping to get to 500 to 1,000, because I figured like that would be a good test amount to know whether it's working or not. But some days I would do 30 to 50. Other days I would do 0, but I would like keep track of the average, and I had to average 10 a day. Some days I just did 10, and it took months. But since the last video and today, I've been just working on it, and it actually got a little bit addicting, because it's actually fun. Now, I have done so many projects over the years that have panned out, that have paid, that I'm able to. I've taught myself that that this work is actually meaningful, money generating work, right? Like, I'm not going to get a paycheck today. I'm not going to get a paycheck tomorrow, but I will get a paycheck this year for this work, because I really do believe that some of these stores will order from us, and enough will order from us that we will turn a profit, and that this time that I put into generating this list will help us to make money off of that. How many we sell wholesale, I have no idea. The thing that I'm really hoping for, though, is that this becomes an evergreen product, and that these stores not only order from us for this year, but in future years. You might be asking, how did I decide on printing an extra 12,000 games? And really, there is nothing but more than a gut feeling on that, and I could be totally wrong. You can see that I still have Pickleball Paul books behind me, and so it's, you know, that is definitely in my mind, that I still have stock that I wish I had sold already. But I'm hoping to move all these books next Christmas season that we sell out, between Facebook ads, between Amazon, between, you know, hopefully maybe we can even get a box store or a small store chain to take these on. And of course these wholesale, and we're just hoping to be able to move through them so that we can reorder again for the following year. If we almost sell out, or if we sell, let's say we sold 7,000 or 8,000 of them, we'd probably still reorder for next year, because let's say we sold 8,000, we had 4,000 left over out of the 12,000, then we wouldn't have enough probably for the next year. So we would probably definitely have to order again. But it'd be pretty easy to do because, we would have collected a lot of money and had enough money to reorder and have profit. So I'm going to keep updating this video series. I'm going to add this to the playlist. What I'm really hoping is that some of you who are following along, thinking about doing a self-publishing project, thinking about doing some of this stuff, will put your questions in the comments if there's things that I've left out, if there's things that you're wondering about. And I can add those to future videos. It's actually really hard to make these videos too, because YouTube does not reward me for making a video now and then, or even making like one a week or a couple a week for a few months, and then the gap. They just don't put this in too many feeds. So I know a lot of people that are subscribed that are like, I never see your videos anymore. And it's unfortunate because I just have so many things going on that I cannot afford to make these videos all the time. So what I'm hoping is that you'll leave a comment, and that definitely helps put it in the more valuable category for YouTube, where they'll put it in other people's feeds. And yeah, so this is something that I love doing. I'm super excited to work on this project, and it's turned out really well. And when I get those games, I will definitely show you the new box. And we'll show you our shipping operation when we get into full swing, and you can see what we're doing there. I'm going to be using a company called Pirate Ship to get my shipping labels from, and their rates are amazing for doing small packages, so I'll be sharing that. And thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.